within the matrix, anything you do is waste of your time, which is life for you. Your time is money for your boss, pleasure for your beloved. Your time has a various meaning for many people in your life. But for you, your time is life. If artificial intelligence or artificial ignorance, which all of us commonly accepted and created, if that becomes the purpose of your goal, you are grown, not living. Let artificial intelligence not be your purpose. It's a very good servant, but that is not purpose.
Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Vanvatitam Anasusham Tattvamashyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvati Shakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trinaragitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Yes, again everyone, we welcome you all for today's special introduction to Paramashivoham Level 3 program. Before starting today's segment, a few security measures from the KAILASA National Security Agency. Photography, video and audio recording of any kind is strictly prohibited during all the sessions. Be on mute, be on camera throughout the sessions. And here are the few important cautions before starting today's segment. We welcome all the KAILASA-vasis attending from the KAILASA's monasteries, gurukuls, temples, ashrams and centers from around the world. We welcome all the NTV, KAILASA TV, Hinduism TV, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and all those who are blessed to have an Diksha, a two-way video conferencing, who are joining us for today's special program. Now let us have a brief introduction about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a revival of KAILASA, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors or enlightened masters and adepts. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based university a lifestyle for humanity. Now we'll be looking at the coronations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Before 1981, he is identified as the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva by the spiritual adepts and enlightened masters of Hinduism. 1981, he is initiated into Bala Sannyas and Chaturmasya at the age of 3. On 1988, he is coronated as the future Guru Mahasannidhanam, the Pontiff of Tondai Mandala Adinam, the oldest monastic university. Moving on to the next year, 1994, he is declared as a successor of Arunachala Sarvanya Peetham by Guru Parampara. And 1999, during 1999, he founded the mission Nithyananda Sangha to revive KAILASA internationally. And the same year, he is also coronated as the successor of Kashi Sarvanya Peetham. So moving on to the next year, 2002, he founded Adi KAILASA Sarvanya Peetham. And 2004, he is declared as the successor of Bhaginagara Sripura Sarvanya Peetham. And the same year, he has also become the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam of Suryavamsa lineage. And 2007, he is declared as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Adi Pallava Sarvanya Peetham and also as the Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Akhada. 2012, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is coronated as the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Madurai Shamala Peeta Sarvanya Peetham, the oldest Hindu papal state and the monastic kingdom. 2013, he is officially declared as the Mahamandaleshwara, the supreme spiritual head of Mahanirvani Akhada, the largest apex monastic order, and he became the youngest Mahamandaleshwara. And the same year, he is also declared as the Acharya Mahamandaleshwara of Atal Akhada, the oldest monastic order in the Hinduism by Acharya Mahamandaleshwara, Shukdevanandaji, with an incumbent spiritual head. Moving on to the next year, 2014, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Thanjavur Adinam, Thiruvavur Adinam, Vedaranyam Adinam, and Panchanadikulam. 2015, he is declared as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmabhukti Sorgapuram Adinam, and also as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of Adipita Kodagamata. 2015, he is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by the congregation of over 1,000 spiritual leaders and pontiffs. Now we'll be looking at the global initiatives taken by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Sri KAILASA across the globe. It's a 28 years of relentless humanitarian services and initiatives including free vegetarian food, medical services, natural disaster relief, women empowerment initiatives, conflict resolution and peace initiatives, sustainable Hindu practices through various international agencies and bodies, authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, which is translated into 50 languages with over 10,000 titles. Over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded. He is also established the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million published scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. He is revered as the most prolific and most viewed digital word, read and watched by 1 billion plus followers in the Hinduism. Over 10,000 hours of discourses and over 1 billion views on the social media. He is also respected as a commentator of all sacred scriptures such as Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, and Jain Sutras. He is also honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded internationally recognized Hindu leader. He is also acclaimed as one of the top 100 spiritually living influential personalities by Watkins Mind Borders Spirit magazine. The Sovereign Order of KAILASA, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, and the Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora are working for a global peace to give a superconscious breakthrough to the humanity. He is also the establisher of the largest Hindu university in the world with satellite campuses in 150 countries. He is also established 1,000 plus KAILASA's enlightened ecosystems. He is also the reviver, the founder and the reviver of over 100 Sarvanya Pitams. So with that, we'll be moving on to the next segment where we're going to see the demonstration of extraordinary powers after a short break. We request each one of you to stay tuned. Nithyanandam.
Understand, if your purpose is existential reality and artificial ignorance, artificial intelligence of the matrix is used to support it, great, you are out of the matrix. But if your purpose is artificial ignorance, even if you own the whole planet Earth, ownership idea itself is artificial stupidity. Within the matrix, anything you do is waste of your time, which is life for you. Your time is money for your boss, pleasure for your beloved. Your time has a various meaning for many people in your life. But for you, your time is life. If artificial intelligence or artificial ignorance, which all of us commonly accepted and created, if that becomes the purpose of your goal, you are grown, not living. Let artificial intelligence not be your purpose. It's a very good servant, but that is not purpose of life. understand, if your purpose is existential reality and artificial ignorance, artificial intelligence of the matrix is used to support it, great, you are out of the matrix. But if your purpose is artificial ignorance, even if you own the whole planet Earth, ownership idea itself is artificial stupidity. Within the matrix, anything you do is waste of your time, which is life for you. Your time is money for your boss, pleasure for your beloved. Your time has a various meaning for many people in your life, but for you, your time is life. If artificial intelligence or artificial ignorance, which all of us commonly accepted and created, if that becomes the purpose of your goal, you are grown, not living. Let artificial intelligence not be your purpose. It's a very good servant, but that is not purpose of life. Understand, if your purpose is existential reality and artificial ignorance, artificial intelligence of the matrix is used to support it, great, you are out of the matrix. But if your purpose is artificial ignorance, even if you own the whole planet Earth, ownership idea itself is artificial stupidity. Within the matrix, anything you do is waste of your time, which is life for you. Your time is money for your boss, pleasure for your beloved. Your time has a various meaning for many people in your life, but for you, your time is life.
Yes, Nithyananda, welcome back. Now we'll be entering in a segment of manifesting extraordinary powers. In the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers, to the third eye. Manifesting these Shaktis, the powers, are described as a system, method, and the science for every human beings to explore the various possibilities and the powers and have access to the various states of consciousness. And who is the source of all these powers? Paramashiva. Paramashiva is the primal divinity in the Hinduism, the ultimate reality and the cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all pervading, unchanging, beyond time, space, and form. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and the Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Srishti, creation, Shriti, maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all the entities. So how we can manifest these Shaktis? Every ultimate truth, jnana, mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as a possibility and the power of every being as a prajnana. Today, in this segment, the initiated disciples of Supreme Panth of Hinduism will be demonstrating the power of body scanning and sharing with all the experience and the results of extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakened in us through Diksha and the initiations directly by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Those who like to experience the power of body scanning, we welcome each one of you to put forward questions in the union of the social media where you're connected to. We'll pick up one of your questions and we'll demonstrate the power of body scanning for you. So while everyone is taking time, let us go over and see how the science of power manifest, the power of body scanning is authenticated by the 4 evidence of Hinduism. In the power of body scanning, one awakens to the ability to scan illness, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and provide solution through the awakened third eye. First is the Sastra Pramana, the scriptural reference, which authenticates, which explains the power of body scanning. In Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from subtle cognitive principles of your whole body or of the whole universe simultaneously consists of essential reality. They are being observed in the source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all the thoughts and incompletions, and the ultimate divine power, the Paradevi, Adi Parashakti herself, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. Next is the After Pramana, the experience of Vedic rishis who time tested the power of body scanning. Therein was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agatya. One day, a man suffering from a severe headache comes to the Agatya for healing. Agatya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of headache. He reveals that there is a small therai, a type of frog, sitting in a person's brain. Agatya immediately instructs the therai, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of headache. Thus, he gained the name Theraya. Next, we'll be looking at the Atma Pramana, the account from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's life. On 22nd December 2019, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, our beloved Guru, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, explained how Swamiji uses the power of body scanning. Paraphrasing his word, only when I had a multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for a surgery. And therefore, for medical checkups related to that, at the time, detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used the diagnostic method instead of the medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through the power of body scanning, I found out what the problems, imbalance happens, and where balance has to be done. I used allopathy as an opinion to verify my findings. So how we can receive all these initiations? As a living incarnation of Paramashiva, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogi status, which surpass the bounds of time, space, and matter. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gifting this pure great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences through initiations, Diksha, and millions of people have been already initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And all of them are experiencing these profound results as extraordinary powers in their everyday life. You can also very well receive these initiations directly from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by attending the Paramashivoham program, which is happening now. More about the Paramashivoham Level 3 program we're going to have in the next segment of this program. Now, let us enter into the demonstration of the power of body scanning. Yes. So we have with us Mr. Arun Kumar, who asked for the power of body scanning. Now I'll be connecting in oneness with Paramashiva by chanting the Mahavagya Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, and I'm going to reveal what sound is going to show. Let's all come to the space of restful awareness and chant the Mahavagya Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyanandam, the recent time you started having the pain on your lower abdomen and also in the chest region, it is because of the lots and lots of the food consuming you have, and also because of the obesity you have. Don't just put the blame on the food pattern alone. The mental patterns, the mental sickness you have, the depressions you're going through, there's so much of incompletions you're going through, and you're thinking that having alcohol and improper diet is the only solution. Stop all these mental thought currents, because that is the one more reason which leads to obesity, and it is going in the vice versa. So stop consuming alcohol as thinking that you are the solution for all your problems, and start attending the coming Paramashivoham programs to get rid of all the incompletions and the mental patterns you are stuck through. With that, we'll be having a healthy and happy lifestyle. So we'll be moving on to the next segment, where we're going to see how the Paramashivoham helps many peoples across the globe to come out of their problems and experiencing the superconscious breakthrough into their life. So before going to the next segment, we're going to have a short break. We request each and all of you to stay tuned. Nithyananda.
Understand, if your purpose is existential reality and artificial ignorance, artificial intelligence of the matrix is used to support it, great, you are out of the matrix. But if your purpose is artificial ignorance, even if you own the whole planet Earth, ownership idea itself is artificial stupidity. Within the matrix, anything you do is waste of your time, which is life for you. Your time is money for your boss, pleasure for your beloved. Your time has a various meaning for many people in your life. But for you, your time is life. If artificial intelligence or artificial ignorance, which all of us commonly accepted and created, if that becomes the purpose of your goal, you are grown, not living. Let artificial intelligence not be your purpose. It's a very good servant, but that is not purpose of life. understand, if your purpose is existential reality and artificial ignorance, artificial intelligence of the matrix is used to support it, great, you are out of the matrix. But if your purpose is artificial ignorance, even if you own the whole planet Earth, ownership idea itself is artificial stupidity. Within the matrix, anything you do is waste of your time, which is life for you. Your time is money for your boss, pleasure for your beloved. Your time has a various meaning for many people in your life. But for you, your time is life. If artificial intelligence or artificial ignorance, which all of us commonly accepted and created, if that becomes the purpose of your goal, you are grown, not living. Let artificial intelligence not be your purpose. It's a very good servant, but that is not purpose of life.
Nithyananda, everyone. So let us understand more about the Sakshi Pramana. So in the science of enlightenment, the science of spiritual growth, the science of conscious growth and experience, which is Hinduism, is the science of life. Simply put, we have 4 levels of experiential truth. The called as pramanas. The Shastra Pramana is the scripture, and the Apta Pramana is the experiences of the experienced enlightened beings of the tradition, lineage of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. The Atma Pramana is the enlightenment experience of those truths by the living avatar incarnation himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And the Sakshi Pramana is the experience of those beings initiated by the living incarnation to experience those truths themselves. Let us understand more. How does this spiritual growth happen? And what is the role of a guide? How can I be led? How can it happen for me? So one of the greatest regarded scriptures in the available in the world today is the Bhagavad Gita. In the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the 61st verse, the Pramana says, Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asita matparaha vashehiya sendriyani tasya prajna pratishtita. The translation is, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to understand it or not, you are a person, you are an individual soul reflecting pure consciousness. So this basic truth state revealed to us, you are an individual soul reflecting pure consciousness. So this is very important on how does our spiritual growth happen. You are an individual soul, but you're reflecting the ultimate pure consciousness. So next, how do we start to have the spiritual growth? How do we start to have this change happen in our life? the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, reveals your conscious decision to empower oneness experience is enough for the oneness to blossom in you, oneness to take over you. It is just declaring your willingness, the conscious willingness. So just your decision to say yes. We see this in the science of epigenetics. Epigenetics is the study of, because there's a common understanding that the DNA is determining your life and that it is a predestined, unchangeable fact. But actually, the science in modern epigenetics shows that what you tend to, what you attend to, where you put your attention, the moods, thoughts that you entertain, the conscious space, the powerful cognitions that you entertain has an impact on transforming the genetic makeup itself. So you can transform your DNA just through your powerful cognitions. So here, Swamiji is revealing just your conscious decision to empower the oneness experience that you are reflecting that pure consciousness, just your conscious decision to empower that experience is enough to make that experience a reality in you. So extremely simplified science here revealed through the Shastra Purana and the enlightenment sharings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now next, fine, so I am an individual consciousness and just my decision is enough to experience the spiritual growth. So, but is it possible for me to live a superhuman life in this human body? Does third eye awakening really exist? Can such awakened states be transmitted from a master to disciple? So is this just story? Is it just something from thousands of years ago? Is it just story? Is it just myth? So is this really possible? So the answer is a resounding yes. The experiences is happening now on a daily basis with the initiations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Finally, let us see, before we hear more about how this science happens in us, the science of traveling to the higher lokas. So how do we get to these higher dimensions? How do we experience these higher possibilities in our self with our daily life? Infusion of the cosmic superconscious mutation energy results in quantum entanglement and causes the neurons of the receptor to mirror the space of perpetual completion, radiating from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism at a biological level. So the infusion of the cosmic superconscious mutation energy results in quantum entanglement. Basically, this is saying when you get blasted by this spiritual energy, you're, through the initiation of the adept, and in this case, the living avatar, who is exclusively blessing the humanity with this science today, available to all of us. When you experience that initiation, the cells of your system is raised to that higher conscious level and becomes entangled. So this quantum entanglement is one more science related to the epigenetics, that when one atom comes into the influence of another atom, one cell to another cell, they exchange information through a quantum field. And even when they're separated by time and space after that, they continue to reflect similar changes in each other. So this is how modern science can understand the spiritual initiation. Once you get initiated into those higher levels of consciousness, the higher lokas, by a being who can do that, your cells of your system enter into this quantum entanglement with the higher consciousness, which, as we are reading here, causes the neurons of the receptor you to mirror that space of perpetual completion that is radiated by the living avatar. So this is a greater understanding of how the spiritual growth happens in you. Now let us hear directly from the living avatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, how what is the deeper and more specific science of exactly how the consciousness becomes me. If I am reflecting that pure consciousness, how does this transformation from the pure consciousness through my DNA express through me? So how does the pure consciousness express as me, and what can possibly be done to change that? Let us hear more directly from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Your DNA has some physical components like a sugar, so many other things, and they are kept together through water. The DNA strands and your consciousness is kept together through sound, and the kind of the sounds you use regularly inside and the kind of the sounds you stored inside matters, because through that sound your consciousness connects with the DNA and sends instruction, and DNA manifests your life. If you want superconscious mutation, listen, you need to disconnect the threads with which your consciousness and DNA is bound together and alter the connecting point, the sound, into highest possible sound. What kind of a sound is used to bind your consciousness and DNA strands together? That decides what kind of a powers you are going to manifest and what kind of a life you are going to have in your body. There are 4 situations in your life where consciousness is directly influencing your DNA. When you are hungry, when you are angry, when you are lusty, when you are about to fall sleepy, too tired, just want to get lost, withdraw. These 4 situations, your consciousness directly influences the DNA. The door between the consciousness and DNA is open. During these 4 situations, if you use these 4 situations, you can detox, remove all the unconscious ideas, words you stored inside you, and you can pull them out at Mahavagya. Powerful sounds, Mahavagya, inside you. Anyone who decides to use Mahavagya to connect your consciousness and DNA will have the ultimate superconscious mutation. You will manifest health, you will manifest wealth, you will manifest beautiful relationships, you will manifest blissful life, you will manifest knowledge, you will manifest Paramashiva Jnana, the ultimate powerful cognitions, and Paramashiva Vijnana, ultimate applied science of Paramashiva, and all the powers naturally.
Yes, so here we are hearing more directly from the living incarnation about their superconscious mutation. So becoming the solution. What Swamiji had revealed, that you can pull out the unconscious ideas, the words that are stored inside of you. So whatever problems you think you have in your life, whatever patterns you're seeing repeating, whatever problems you're seeing repeating, you can pull those out. Swamiji revealed, all we need to do is we need to alter the sound that binds the consciousness to the DNA strands, to the highest possible sound. So this is exactly what happens when you get really initiated, baked, cooked, soaked in that superconscious energy. The infusion of the initiation, that energy, that time spent with the initiation, with the avatar, literally rewrites the connection between the consciousness and your DNA strands, which is what pulls out the unconscious ideas that are stored inside of us from our history, from our past. So let us hear a little bit more of the Sakshi Pramana, the experiences of the initiated disciples of what is this experience of superconscious mutation. So I'd like to welcome young Aya from Singapore. Aya, thank you so much. Welcome, Aya. Thank you for joining us. If you would just please briefly introduce yourself, Aya.
Sure, I'm Yang. I live in Singapore. I'm a tutor. I teach students for their math and physics at a high or senior high school. So I have 2 kids, and I'm participating in the current PSM Season 3 program. So right now I'm also inside the program. Yes, that's about me.
Right, Aya. And so you're currently participating in the Paramashivoham 3 Season 3, and you had also participated in the previous season, correct?
Yes, I have also participated in Season 1, Season 2, and now Season 3. Always Swamiji's blessing.
Yes, and I know, frankly, you have too many miraculous things to share between yourself, your wife, your children, and all of your incredible experiences. So we'll try to just highlight a few of them.
Yes.
For all the viewers. Now, I would ask you if you could just generally share what were the obstacles, challenges you were facing before the Paramashivoham 3 initiations, before the initiations from Swamiji?
Yes, almost before every season, I will have the problem of fear and worry. You know, it's a 21-day program and 16 hours a day. What about my normal life and how do I survive through the 16 hours? I just can't plan it with my logics. And yeah, so I always like to plan things out from A to Z, but by the time I finish planning, I probably do not even have time to execute it. So that's like my pattern. And as a result, my life is kind of stuck here and there. So those were my challenge and obstacles before the program.
Right. So sort of having this like lack of trust in life, sort of fear, anxiety about only if I can see exactly how everything's going to happen, how everything's going to work out, then I could consider taking steps in that direction.
Indeed. Very insecure, deeply insecure.
Right. But as a regular accepted part of your lifestyle.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, it is. So in many ways, I only repeat what has been done, what has been successfully done. And suddenly go out, even including eating food. You know, every day I will eat about the same kind of food. That after I have visited a place that I really like, I will go back to the same place and not explore further. So it's my wife who is pulling me every time, you know, to go and eat new things and travel to new places and do new things.
Right, exactly. So you had successfully many times manifested the fear, anxiety, the hesitation in taking free action, and so you continue to manifest that.
Yes, indeed. It's a pattern in me.
Right, an accepted, supported, and repeated lifestyle.
Yes, and this has been throughout my life. This has been happening throughout my life, and I don't really have a solution to it. Although I know it's something that I should change, but because of the problems on hand, you know, I need to earn a living. I need to take care of my health. I need to take care of my babies. All these are being shoved aside. So it's the last thing I consider to really to make a change to my life and really have time to go and do it. And I probably do not know the solution for it as well. That's how my life was before I meet Swamiji.
Right. Exactly. So this feeling like I'm running in many areas of life, but I'm very clear I'm missing many aspects, time with the wife, with the family, with the kids, despite that I'm constantly running for, running that I think I may achieve success at some point.
Yes, I feel that if I do one thing at a time, it will be at the opportunity cost of another. So if I do focus on my work, my family, my health, all the other areas will not be worked on. So that's a very limited idea I have of, yes, about life.
Excellent. Almost a linear understanding that things have to happen only in one single order, one by one.
Yes.
So excellent, Aya. Okay, now, so you have been giving a new possibility for life, literally a new life. You've been through so many initiations with Swamiji and Paramashivoham 3. And can you just, and actually, you had experienced manifestation of one of these spiritual Shaktis just in the last couple of days of bending the spoon through your consciousness. So controlling the matter through the consciousness. Could you maybe share about that experience and the other sort of the new life possibilities you've been given?
Yes, indeed. Just about 2 days ago, when we were doing the power manifestation, we need to, we are supposed to bend the spoon across the air. To my mind, it was never possible before. And so I just, with the belief in life, or just do it without planning much. And so I called another of the participants in season 3. So we did the power manifestation together, and so she happened to have a few of these spoons, and after the power manifestation, we can't really see the difference until she actually brought the other spoons together. And wow, it has actually bended. It just totally changed my mind and changed my belief of what is possible. So that's one of the miracle. Another miracle is that in this season, so after I have started the program, I find I'm able to manage both the program, which is lasts about 16 hours, and also carry out with my daily life of working, etc. So I do teach here, and right now it's the exam period in Singapore. I teach about 8 hours a day, so you can see that how intense it is. But with such an intensity, I can still do it with the best of my ability. So I feel that is such a breakthrough for me, for myself. And another miracle that is that I find that I'm able to do things with my consciousness. In the past, I will just see how much money I have, how much time I have, what are the resources available. I will plan out a certain thing in that way. But now I find myself, I'm more conscious of what I want to achieve. So instead of planning from what I have available right now, I will do it from a way of just consciousness of saying this is what I want. And then I will go and manifest the time, the space, and the resources available. So I will be able to do things much more spontaneously the moment I have a thought, I have an idea. And I will just somehow see that the things will just get aligned, and all the things just get aligned so perfectly, and things can be so-called manifested. In the past, based on my linear logical planning, this could never be possible. And I also can have the belief and the willingness and the ability to do multiple things at a time. So not just thinking I can only do one thing at a time. And so right now I can do many things at a time. Attending the program, living a life, so-called working, taking care of my babies, to be together with my wife, take care of my health. All of these actually align together. So with such a shift in the consciousness, I can see that really like what Swamiji teach. The moment you have a shift in your consciousness, and when you believe, when you have created a desire inside, it's already 99.9% of the work done, and the rest of 0.001% is to just execute it and do it, and use your body to enjoy the process. So that's another miracle happens. With this, I can flow with life much easily. Yes.
Right. So you've literally been given a new life. So you were able to manifest the superpower, the superconscious power of controlling the matter with your consciousness, and by Swamiji's initiation, and you're able to work. So not only that some miracle experience is happening for you, but then also in your actual life, you're able to function 24 hours a day now, around the clock, while continuing to carry your 8 hours teaching load during the exam period. So this is just manifesting, having the energy to do that, and not only that, but avoiding the stress. And also you're showing that your consciousness itself, the way you view life, so not just the miracle happened and you're living it, but also the way you think and approach life, the way you view life has totally changed. You're saying that if you experience a difficulty, it's no longer, I need to plan A to Z, and if it all lines up, I could start on one thing. You're saying that, no, if there's a challenge, I remind myself I'm consciousness, and I make that declaration, and that itself is 99.99% of that manifesting and happening is my conscious recognition that it should happen. So this is a really beautiful example of how you can be given a completely new life in every aspect by literally doing nothing, except sitting in the presence of Swamiji, and what you pick up of how to understand how to then live your life afterwards gives you all the spiritual powers. So we have just one moment, Aya, if you'd like to just share anything final. I know that there's many things we could go on with, but
Yes.
you have one more.
Yes. So if anyone would be keen, to join the Paramashivoham level 3, season 3, just join for one day. Whatever problem you have in life, whatever questions you have about universe, any difficulties you are facing in life, just join for one day, and you will feel that there's a shift in the consciousness, and you'll be able to download in the information and seeing the solution for your problem. In the past, I thought, wow, how can that happen? It's only until I actually experience myself, I know that it is true, and that's why I'm joining back again in season 3. So you can do the same for yourself. Yeah, it's a gift for yourself.
Yes, very beautiful experience. Thank you so much, Aya, for joining us today. Thank you so much, Nithyanandam.
Thank you. Nithyanandam.
So everyone, with the initiations from the avatar, from the Shastra Pramana, the ancient words revealed from the conscious source, Paramashiva himself, you become immortal as you drop your obsessive compulsive disorder, your self-doubts, self-hatred, self-denial, and self-sabotaging patterns. So it's real and it's happening now. You can go to paramashivoham.org to enter your intention, request blessings to participate in just a single day. Tomorrow is day 13. This is October 18th. So the initiation is into Mahaloka, the higher dimensions of consciousness, and the cosmic archives. The experience, the cosmic archives, is like anything you say or do in your life has been recorded in the consciousness. Anything that's happened in all of existence is recorded in the time-space fabric of existence, and your consciousness has access to that. When you experience manifesting those kind of powers and access to that intelligence, there's no turning back. You've experienced the superconscious mutation in your life itself. So these initiation is happening in the next day of Paramashivoham 3, tomorrow, day 13. Let us now prepare to receive the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the alive Satsang. Please close your eyes, bring your awareness to your breathing. Connect with a deep sense of gratitude or visualize whatever intention you'd like to manifest, and start chanting Mahavakya intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Go on chanting intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om.
Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambam. Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Madhyamam. Asmadacharya Paryantam. Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the living and practicing Hindus, de facto Kailasians from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, Sarvabarityagis, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Kotari, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Kailasa, C Gurukul students, Kailasa's NHU students, Kailasa's ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, consulate generals, and supporters, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras, Paramashivaganas. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. I welcome all those who are sitting with us all over the world with my love and respect. On this 44th Avatara Dina Mahotsava, month-long celebrations, இந்த இனிய 44வது அவதார தின பெருவிழாவில் எங்களோடு இணைந்திருக்கும் அனைத்து அன்பர்களையும் பக்தர்களையும் உலகம் முழுவதிலும் அமர்ந்திருக்கும் எல்லோரையும் மரியாதையோடு வணங்கி வரவேற்கின்றேன். இந்த இனிய நன்னாளில் நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களாக இங்கு வந்திருக்கும் மரியாதைக்குரிய திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களை வணங்கி வரவேற்கின்றேன். ஹிந்து இயக்கங்களின் ஒருங்கு கூட்டமைப்பின் செயலாளராக இருக்கும் திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களை வணங்கி வரவேற்கின்றேன். வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்கள் நீண்ட நெடுங்காலம் காஞ்சி சங்கரமடத்தின் மூத்த நிர்வாகி மற்றும் மேனேஜராக பணியாற்றியவர். மிக மிக வேகத்தோடும் தைரியத்தோடும் ஒரு வேதாந்த சிங்கத்தைப் போல இந்து மதத்திற்காக பல்வேறு விதங்களிலும் போராடியவர். அதற்காக பல்வேறு இன்னல்களை சந்தித்தவர். இன்றும் ஊடகங்களிலும் பொது வாழ்க்கையிலும் பொது வெளிகளிலும் இந்து மதத்திற்காக தைரியமாக போராடி வருகின்ற ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய மூத்த வேதாந்த சிங்கம் வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்கள். என்னுடைய தனிப்பட்ட முறையிலும் கைலாயம் இந்து தேசத்தின் சார்பாகவும் வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களை வணங்கி வரவேற்பதில் மிகவும் பெருமிதம் கொள்ளுகின்றேன். இன்றும் கூட, இன்றளவிலும் கூட ஊடகங்களில் என் தரப்பு நியாயங்களை மிக வேகமாக சிம்ம கர்ஜனையாக செய்பவர் திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்கள். பொதுவெளிகளில் மிகவும் தைரியத்தோடு என் தரப்பு நியாயங்களை எடுத்து வைக்கின்றமைக்காக உங்களுக்கு திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களை நன்றியோடு வணங்குகின்றேன். பல பொது நிகழ்ச்சிகளில் திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்கள் பேசுவதை நான் கேட்டிருக்கின்றேன். குள்ளநரி கூட்டங்களுக்கு மத்தியில் ஒரு வேதாந்த சிங்கத்தின் கர்ஜனை திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களுடைய கர்ஜனை. அவருடைய கருத்து ஆழம் மிக்க தெளிவும் செம்மையான வார்த்தைகள். யாரையுமே அவதூறு செய்ய மாட்டார். ஆனால் மிக தெளிந்த கருத்துக்களை முன்னெடுத்து வைப்பார். திராவிஷ குள்ளநரி கும்பல் கூட்டத்திற்கு மத்தியிலே இந்து மதத்திற்காக தெளிவான ஒரு குரலாக செயல்படும் திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களை மீண்டும் வணங்குகின்றேன். என்றென்றும் உங்களுக்கு எல்லா நன்மைகளையும் ஆரோக்கியத்தையும் நீண்ட ஆயுளையும் அளித்து பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் எல்லா நன்மையுடனும் வைத்திருக்க வேண்டும் என்று நான் பரமசிவ பரம்பொருளை பிரார்த்தனை செய்கின்றேன். உண்மையில் ஒரு விதத்தில் நானும் நேரடியாக பரமாச்சாரியார் ஸ்ரீலஸ்ரீ சந்திரசேகரேந்திர சரஸ்வதி மகா சுவாமிஜிகளிடமிருந்து நேரடியாக அருளும் ஆசியும் பெற்றவன். என்னுடைய 230வது குருமகா சன்னிதானம், தொண்டைமண்டல ஆதீனத்தினுடைய 230வது குருமகா சன்னிதானம் எனக்கு ஆச்சாரிய அபிஷேகம் செய்து வைத்த பிறகு என்னை சங்கரமடத்திற்கு அழைத்துச் சென்று அறிமுகப்படுத்தினார். நான் சாஷ்டாங்கமாக பரமாச்சாரியாரின் முன்பு விழுந்து வணங்கினேன். மேபி எனக்கு ஒரு 10 அல்லது 11 வயது இருக்கலாம். அப்பவே 230வது குருமகா சன்னிதானம், தொண்டைமண்டல ஆதீனத்தின் 230வது குருமகா சன்னிதானம் அவருக்கு பிறகு நான் சன்னிதானமாக வர வேண்டும் என்று பயிற்சி கொடுத்து பால சந்நியாசம் அளித்தார். ஆச்சாரிய அபிஷேகம் எல்லாம் முடித்து வைத்துவிட்டு சங்கரமடத்திற்கு அழைத்துச் சென்று சுவாமிகளிடம் அறிமுகம் செய்தார், பரமாச்சாரியாரிடம். அப்ப பரமாச்சாரியார் கோசாலையில் அமர்ந்திருந்தார். நான் நீட்டி சாஷ்டாங்கமாக விழுந்து வணங்கினேன். எழுந்த பிறகு நம்ம சன்னிதானத்திட்ட 230வது குருமகா சன்னிதானத்திட்ட சொன்னாங்க, உங்க மடத்துக்கு மட்டும் வச்சுக்க வேண்டாம், இவர் உலகத்துக்கே உரியவர். என்னை பார்த்து பரமாச்சாரியார் சொன்ன வார்த்தை, இவர் உலகத்துக்கே உரியவர், உங்க மடத்துக்கு மட்டும் அப்படின்னு வச்சுன்ற வேண்டாம். தமிழ் மட்டும் சொல்லி கொடுத்தா பத்தாது, சம்ஸ்கிருதமும் சொல்லி கொடுக்கணும். சைவ சித்தாந்தம் மட்டும் கற்றுக் கொடுத்தா பத்தாது, வேதங்களும் வேதாந்தமும் கூட கற்றுக் கொடுக்கணும். அவர்கள் கொடுத்த ஆசி வழிகாட்டுதல் என்னுடைய வாழ்க்கைக்கு மிகப்பெரிய பலமாகவும், நான் செய்ய வேண்டிய என்னுடைய எதிர்கால பணிகளுக்கான வழிகாட்டியாகவும் அமைந்தது. அதற்கு பிறகு எப்பொழுதெல்லாம் தொண்டைமண்டலாதீன குருமகா சன்னிதானம் அவர்களை பரமாச்சாரியாரை சென்று தரிசித்தார்களோ சந்தித்தார்களோ அப்பொழுதெல்லாம் தவறாது என்னை பற்றி விசாரிப்பதும் அழைத்து வரச் சொல்லுவதுமாக, அதற்கு பிறகு பலமுறை அவர் பரமாச்சாரியார் ஜீவசமாதி அடையும் வரை பலமுறை தரிசனம் செய்யும் பாக்கியம் கிடைத்திருக்கின்றது. அதற்கு பிறகும் அடுத்த பெரியவர் ஸ்ரீலஸ்ரீ ஜெகத்குரு ஜெயேந்திர சரஸ்வதி மகா சுவாமிகளோடும் மிக நெருங்கிய தொடர்பும் நட்பும் இனிமையான உறவும் இருந்தது. சுவாமிகள் மகாசமாதி அடையும் வரை, கடைசி காலம் வரை மிக நெருக்கமான தொடர்பில் இருந்தோம். பலமுறை சுவாமிகள் ஜெயேந்திர சரஸ்வதி சுவாமிகள் நம்முடைய தியானபீடத்தின் கிளை ஆசிரமங்களுக்கு வந்திருக்கின்றார். நானும் பலமுறை அவர்களுடைய காஞ்சி மடம், காசி மடம் மற்றும் பல மடங்களுக்கும் செல்லும் வாய்ப்பு கிடைத்திருக்கின்றது. இந்த மிக நீண்ட நெறிய காஞ்சி மடத்திற்கும் நமக்கும் இருக்கின்ற நீண்ட நெறிய உறவின் பாரம்பரியத்தின் பாலம் திரு மரியாதைக்குரிய வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்கள். பல விதங்களில் பல இடங்களில் எனக்காக அவர் போராடி இருக்கின்றார். சிலவற்றை பொதுவெளியில் சொல்ல முடியாது, சிலவற்றை சொல்ல முடியும். இந்த இனிமையான தருணத்தில் எங்களோடு இணைந்தமைக்காக திரு வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களை நன்றியோடு வரவேற்கின்றேன். அடுத்ததாக நம்மோடு இணைந்திருக்கும் சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு மரியாதைக்குரிய ஆம்பூர் ஜெயசங்கர் ஐயா அவர்கள், விஜய பாரத மக்கள் கட்சியின் தலைவர் மற்றும் நிறுவனர். திரு ஆம்பூர் ஜெயசங்கர் ஐயா அவர்கள் திராவிஷ கும்பல் என் மீது தாக்குதல் நடத்திய போது முதல் எதிர்குரல் கொடுத்தவர். என் மீது தாக்குதல் நடத்தப்பட்ட போது திராவிஷ கும்பல் எப்படியாவது என்னை கொன்றே தீருவது என்ற முடிவெடுத்து 2010 ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய தாக்குதலை என் மீது தொடுத்தார்கள். அதாவது ஊடகத்திலே பொதுவெளியில் என்னுடைய பெயரை கெடுப்பது. இது பிரிட்டிஷ் டெக்னிக். இது ஒரு நாயை சாகடிக்கணும்னா அதை இந்த வெறி பிடிச்ச நாயின்னு நிரூபிப்பாங்க, பரப்பி விடுவாங்க, அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை ஷூட் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. அப்ப யாருமே அந்த நாயை பாதுகாக்கணும்னு நினைக்க மாட்டாங்க. அதே மாதிரி தான் அந்த பிரிட்டிஷோட வாரிசு தான் திராவிஷம். தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கிற திராவிஷ கும்பல் பிரிட்டிஷோட வாரிசு. ஆனா என்ன, கள்ள வாரிசு, நேரடியான நல்ல வாரிசு இல்ல. திராவிஷ கும்பல் பிரிட்டிஷோட கள்ள வாரிசு தான் திராவிட கும்பல், திராவிஷ கும்பல், தீகா கும்பல். கள்ளவாரிசு 2010 என்னை அழித்தே தீர வேண்டும் என்று தீகா கும்பல் கொலைவெறி தாக்குதல் நடத்திய போது நம்ம பெங்களூர் ஆசிரமத்தை கொளுத்தினார்கள். நான் தங்கி இருந்த அந்த குடிலை என் அறைக்குள் வைத்து பூட்டி தீயிட்டார்கள். அதாவது தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருந்து தீகா கும்பல் அங்க பெங்களூருக்கு வந்து, தீகா மட்டும் இல்ல, தீகா கும்பலுடைய அவங்களுடைய சேனல் பேர் சொல்ல நான் விரும்பல. ஆனா அந்த மொத்த கும்பல் அவங்களுடைய அரசியல் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் இது எல்லாத்தையும் யூஸ் பண்ணி பெங்களூர் வந்து நான் இருக்கின்ற என்னுடைய குடில், நான் தங்கி இருந்த குடில், அதை வெளியில் என்னை உள்ளே வைத்து வெளியில் பூட்டி தீயிட்டார்கள். அந்த அதிர்ஷ்டவசமா அண்ணாமலையான் அருளால, அண்ணாமலையானே அக்னி ஸ்வரூபம், அக்னியை அக்னியால எரிக்க முடியுமா? அதனால அவரே மீட்டதனால் அந்த என் கூட இருந்த ஒரு பிரம்மச்சாரி பாத்ரூம் ஜன்னலை உடைச்சி என்னை வெளியில கூட்டு வந்துட்டாரு பாதுகாப்பா. வெளியில அழைச்சிட்டு வந்து திருவண்ணாமலை ஆசிரமத்துக்கு அழைச்சிட்டு வந்திருந்தாங்க பாதுகாப்பா இருக்கிறதுக்காக. அங்கும் தாக்கினார்கள். அப்போ எனக்கு தரப்பட்ட முதல் செய்தி, நமக்கு பலமாக எனக்கு ஆதரவாக திராவிஷ கும்பலின் இந்த தாக்குதலை எதிர்த்து எழுந்த முதல் குரல் ஆம்பூர் ஜெயசங்கர் ஐயா அவர்களுடைய குரல் தான். இப்ப பக்தர்கள் எனக்கு சொன்னாங்க, நம்ம ஆம்பூர்ல போய் வேணா இருக்கலாம் சுவாமிஜி, அவர் நமக்கு ரொம்ப வேகமா ஆதரவு கொடுக்கிறார் அப்படின்னு. நம்ம அங்க இருந்தோம்னா அவர் நமக்கு பாதுகாப்பா அரணா பாதுகாத்துருவாருன்னு. நான் சொன்னேன், கட்டாயமா அவர் நமக்கு பாதுகாப்பா இருப்பார், அதுல சந்தேகம் இல்லை. ஆனா அவரையும் தாக்குவார்கள். ஏன்னா அந்த காலகட்டத்திலே எனக்கு பலமாக எழுந்த முதல் குரல் திரு ஆம்பூர் ஜெயசங்கர் ஐயா அவர்கள், விஜயபாரத மக்கள் கட்சி. என்றென்றும் நானும் இந்த கைலாச நாடும் உங்களை நன்றியோடு நினைக்கும். நீங்கள் செய்த உதவி, அந்த காலகட்டத்திலே கொடுத்த குரல் மிகப்பெரிய குரல். திரு ஆம்பூர் ஜெயசங்கர் ஐயா அவர்களை மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை நன்றியோடு நினைவு கூறுகின்றேன். இன்று ஒரு நாடாக மலர்ந்து விட்டோம். பல எதிர்ப்புகள், போராட்டங்கள், இவைகளையெல்லாம் தாண்டி ஒரு நாடாக மலர்ந்து விட்டோம். நான் என்னுடைய அன்பர்கள், பக்தர்கள் எல்லாரும் ஒரு விஷயத்தை புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். வரலாற்றை பதிவிடுகின்றேன். 2007 நேபாளம் விழுந்த போது, நேபாளம் வந்து இந்து நாடா இருந்து செக்யூலர் கண்ட்ரியா போயிடுச்சு. நம்ம பெரியவா ஜெயேந்திர சரஸ்வதி என்கிட்ட கூப்பிட்டு பேசுறாரு. நான் அவரோட போன்ல பேசுறேன். பேசும்போது சொன்னாங்க, சாமி கடைசி நாடு இந்து நாடா இருந்தது நேபாளம் போயிருச்சு அப்படின்னு. அப்ப நான் அவரோட டிஸ்கஷன் பண்ணிட்டு அவர் சொன்னார், தயானந்த சுவாமி கிட்ட பேசுங்க, நாம ஏதாவது பண்ணணும், ஒரு இடத்துலயாவது ஒரு ஹிந்து நாடுன்னு ஒன்று இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லி சுவாமிஜி வந்து தயானந்த சரஸ்வதி என்ன பேச சொன்னார். நான் தயானந்த சுவாமி கிட்ட பேசினேன். தயானந்த சுவாமி சொன்னார், ஏதாவது ஒரு எங்கேயோ ஒரு மூலையில ஒரு தீவாவது வாங்கி ஹிந்து நாடுன்னு ஒன்று இருந்தாகணும்னு பண்ணலாமா அப்படின்னு கேட்டார் என்கிட்ட. இந்த கைலாசத்துக்கு முதல் முறையாக விதை போட்டவர் தயானந்தர் சரஸ்வதி சுவாமிகள் தான். இந்த கருத்துக்கு எனக்குள் விதையாக போட்டது தயானந்த சரஸ்வதி சுவாமிகள். ஸோ உடனே நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணோம், 2007 தீவுகளை தேட ஆரம்பித்தோம். எந்த நாடு தீவை, ஏதாவது அவங்களுக்கு சொந்தமான ஒரு தீவை ஹிந்து நாடாக அறிவிப்பதற்கு சட்டப்படி நமக்கு அதிகாரம் கொடுப்பார்கள், அனுமதி கொடுப்பார்கள்னு 2007 தேட ஆரம்பிச்சோம். நான் தேட ஆரம்பிக்கிறதும் இந்த செயல்பாடும் இந்த திராவிஷ மிஷனரி கும்பல் மோப்பம் முடிச்சிட்டாங்க. இந்து மதத்துக்கு விரோதிகளை விட துரோகிகள் அதிகம். நான் இந்த தீவுகளை தேடுவது இந்த இந்து மதத்துக்கான ஒரு நாடு பண்ற என்னுடைய ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ திராவிஷ கும்பல் ஆக்சுவலா மொத்த எல்லா இந்து விரோத சக்திகளுக்கும் பிறந்த கள்ள வாரிசுகள். அவங்க மோப்பம் பிடிச்சிட்டு தாக்க துவங்கினார்கள். நான் எப்பவுமே சொல்றது உண்டு, இந்து மதத்துக்கு நான் எவ்வளவு பெரிய பங்களிப்பை செய்ய போகிறேன் இந்துக்கள் புரிந்து கொள்வதற்கு முன்பாக இந்து விரோதிகள் புரிந்து கொண்டு என்னை தாக்க துவங்கி விட்டார்கள். இதுதான் நடந்தது. ஆனா இன்று தவத்திரு பெரியவர் பரமாச்சாரியர் உடைய வாரிசான ஜெயேந்திர சரஸ்வதி மகா சுவாமிஜிகளும் தயானந்த சரஸ்வதி சுவாமிகள் இருவருமே மகாசமாதி அடைந்து விட்டார்கள். அவர்கள் உடம்போடு இல்லை இந்த கைலாயத்தை கண்டு ரசிப்பதற்கு. ஆனால் அவர்கள் இட்ட விதைதான் இன்று கைலாயமாக மலர்ந்திருக்கின்றது. அவர்கள் நிச்சயமாக இருக்கும் இடத்திலிருந்து நம்மை ஆசீர்வதிப்பார்கள். அவர்கள்தான் நேபாளம் செக்யூலர் நாடா மாறின பிறகு ஒரு இந்து நாடு வேண்டும், ஒரு இடத்திலாவது மனு தர்ம சாஸ்திரம் ஜூரிஸ்ப்ரூடன்ஸா இருந்து, தர்ம சாஸ்திரங்கள் ஜூரிஸ்ப்ரூடன்ஸா இருந்து, வேத ஆகமங்கள் கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷனா இருந்து, ஒரு இடத்திலேயாவது இந்து நாடு இருக்கணும்னு அந்த இரண்டு பெரியவர்களும் ஜெகத்குரு ஜெயேந்திர சரஸ்வதி மகா சுவாமிஜியும் தயானந்த சரஸ்வதி மகா சுவாமிஜி இவங்க ரெண்டு பேருடைய விருப்பத்தை தான் நான் இன்று நிறைவேற்றி வைத்திருக்கின்றேன். இந்த பெரும் போரிலே எனக்கு பலமாக இருந்ததற்காக, இருக்கின்றமைக்காக திரு ஆம்பூர் ஜெயசங்கர் ஐயா அவர்களையும் திருவாளர் வலசை ஜெயராமன் ஐயா அவர்களையும் நன்றியோடு வணங்குகின்றேன். உங்கள் எல்லோருடைய பலமும் ஆதரவும், சரியான காலத்தில் செய்த ஆதரவு, அதற்காக நான் என்றென்றும் நன்றி கடன் பட்டிருக்கின்றேன். அடுத்ததாக நம்மோடு இணைந்திருக்கும் சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு பாலச்சந்தர் ஐயா அவர்கள், திருவண்ணாமலையின் நகர தந்தை. அது மட்டுமல்லாமல் நான் பிறந்து வளர்ந்த என்னுடைய பூர்வாசிரம குடும்பத்து உறவினரும் நண்பரும், என்னுடைய பூர்வாசிரம தந்தையாருக்கு குடும்ப நண்பர். அவருடைய குடும்பமும் நான் பிறந்து வளர்ந்த குடும்பமும் மிகவும் நெருக்கமான நட்பும் உறவும் உடையது. அவர் பார்த்து வளர்ந்த சிறுவன் நான். இன்று எங்களோடு இணைந்தமைக்காக திருவண்ணாமலையின் நகரத்தந்தை சேர்மன் திரு பாலச்சந்திர ஐயா அவர்களையும் நன்றியோடு வணங்கி வரவேற்கின்றேன். The next guest we have is Sri Hubert Girard from Paris, France. He is the General Administration Director of the Income Tax Department. He has joined today for the 44th birthday celebration. Mr. Hubert Girard, thank you for your proclamation letter and all the support from France. I know the Sangha in the France is a large Sangha with a large team of sannyasis. The KAILASA in France is almost, I think, 20-year-old organization now. Thank you for you and your family's support. Mr. Hubert Girard, thank you for supporting us I welcome you sincerely with my love and respects. Thank you for your proclamation message. And we have Mr. Nestor Alfred from St. Lucia, who is the head of the Citizenship by Investment Unit. Thank you, Mr. Nestor Alfred, for being here. And thank you for furthering the diplomatic relations between KAILASA and your nation, St. Lucia. It's so nice to work with you all. So nice to work with the nations which respects the indigenous traditions of the world. So thank you for being here and thank you for supporting us, Mr. Nestor Alfred, the CEO of St. Lucia Citizenship by Investment, CBI unit. Thank you. There were 49 civilizations pre-Bronze Age. Unfortunately, due to modern era colonialization and man's bloodthirst, has wiped out 48 civilizations. The one and only ancient civilization which is still alive is Hindu civilization. Even the Hindu civilization did not have separate nation. KAILASA is the first nation with territory, with Hinduism as the constitution. KAILASA is Hindu civilizational nation with territory. Hinduism is the most non-violent, peace-loving, contributing, always contributing tradition. Wherever we Hindus go and settle, we are the richest ethnic minority, whether it's US or Europe, Australia, Africa, anywhere. Hindus are the richest ethnic minority. We never create riots. We never create violence. Wherever the Hindus are settled, that is the most non-violent, peaceful zone. That school district will be the best school district. Because see, every statement I am making is based on statistics. You can go to US website and see. Most stable family, Hindus. Highly educated, Hindus. Richest minority, Hindus. Lowest drug abuse, Hindus. Lowest crime rate, Hindus. Lowest prisoners, Hindus. Lowest hospitalization, Hindus. Highest mental health, best mental health, Hindus. In every way, Hindus are the richest ethnic minority in US, UK. Multiple studies in UK proves Hindus are the happiest. Hindus are the most happiest people living in UK. In multi-level, wherever we go and settle down, We are the contributing civilization. We are contributors. No gangsters. No mafia. Wherever we go and settle down, we contribute and make that nation rich through our contribution. Mr. Nestor Alfred, CEO of the St. Lucia CBA unit, thank you for working on the diplomatic relations between Kailasa nation and your nation. So happy to have you here for my 44th birthday celebrations. Thank you. And அடுத்த சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் திரு நந்தகுமார், கோவையிலிருந்து கொங்கு நாடு முன்னேற்றக் கழகத்தின் தலைவர் நம்மோடு இணைந்திருக்கிறார். நன்றி, உங்களை நன்றியோடு வரவேற்கின்றேன். This 21-day month-long celebration is mainly celebrated to share the Hindu grand narrative to the world. As I said, Hindus suffered more than Jews. All over the world, how the Jews felt the need for Israel, same way Hindus felt the need for Kailasa to keep the Hinduism alive. We need at least one small place to keep the Hindu religion a legitimate religion with its pure form, at least like a seed bank. At least like a seed bank. Kailasa is done as a seed bank for Hinduism. I'm only 43 now. 26 years of hard work, sincere work, from the blessings of Paramacharya, guidance of Jayendra Saraswati Mahaswamiji and Dayananda Saraswati Mahaswamiji, this beautiful Kailasa nation has happened. I also want to put this on record. Vivekananda visualized Hindu nation. Aurobindo aspired for it. Yogananda yearned. Osho worked. Maharshi Mahesho he mandated. With the grace of Paramashiva and all their blessings, Nithyananda made it happen. Paramashiva manifested through Nithyananda. So happy to share thousands of proclamation messages coming from all over the world, pouring as a support in favor of Kailasa nation. Today I have selected 100 proclamation messages to be shared with you all. From Mauritius, Mr. Nilesh Bijon, head of the Agni Kali Parashakti Mandali, thank you for your proclamation. Shri T. Shankar, Standing Government Council from Tiruvannamalai, thank you for your proclamation message, Sri T.S. Shankar. Sri S.T.M. Raghuram, Pichagam Mirasudarar, Arunachaleshwarar Tirukkovil, thank you for your proclamation message. Thiru T.M. Ramalingam, Kumarakovil, thank you for your proclamation message. Thiru Rajashekaran, Annamalayar Sevai, thank you for your proclamation message. Sri Kalaimamani Tirupi Karthigeyan from Thiruvannamalai, thank you for your proclamation message. V. Arumugam, Auditor, thank you for your proclamation message. From Savantwadi, Maharashtra, Dr. Amita Madhav Vaze, thank you for your proclamation message. Prakash Moronkar from Mumbai, thank you for your proclamation message. D. Adamya Sharma, CEO of Panchkula Gandharva Vidyalaya, thank you for your proclamation message. Hyderabad, Rajkumar Emmadi, thank you for your proclamation message. I think we have thousands and thousands of proclamation messages. I've chosen